Hey gang, Lou here from Jersey Shore Fabricators. Yeah, long time no see. We've had a few projects going on here in the shop, and one of the more interesting ones is this little 98 Ranger behind me. I've been trying to trace down a P0453 code for the past 2 days. Now, most everything with the diagnostics seems to be fine. The P0453 is for the fuel tank pressure reading, reading high. So I replaced the sensor. That didn't fix it. I have voltage. I have my 5 volts at the sensor. And then I have about 2 volts going back. However, it's not getting back to the computer. So I've seen, out on the threads, I've seen a lot of people complaining about it, how to fix it, where to find it. This isn't a end-all be-all for anybody who's having this problem or everybody who's having this problem, but let me show you what I found. So we're underneath the truck here. We're right by the transfer case. Sorry, it's kind of tight down here. And there's a harness right there that comes out of the floor of the truck and goes up to that bracket, which these 2 connectors sit on. And what I found right there, let's see if I can pull this light back, there's like 4 broken wires, and 2 of them have to do with going back to the PCM for the fuel tank pressure switch. So let's see. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, and it's really hard to see. So we got one here that is completely gone, and then we've got this one here, where my thumb is, that's just about gone. And there's 2 more that are buried in there that I'm not going to bother trying to show you while I have the camera in one hand. But right here, there's a problem. So let me get these all put back together, and we'll see if that doesn't clear my check engine light. Alright, now everything's spliced back together, taped up. Connectors are back on their harness. So like I said, under the truck, right by where the fuel filter is, there is a harness. Comes out of the body. We're back by the transfer case. Comes down. Goes to this little ledge platform thing with 2 connectors on it. And what was happening is that it was rubbing up against the floor of the truck and chafed those wires. So now, okay, so now I'll start it up, see if our check engine light went away. Oh, that's a step in the right direction. Now we'll go to the scanner. And let's erase that. Okay. Now what was happening before is that as soon as I would erase it, it would come back, because obviously the PCM wasn't receiving any feedback from the fuel tank pressure switch sensor. So that's one problem down, and obviously I'm going to have a few more to go because I have no odometer. I don't know what the hell happened to that. And when you look at the scanner, it says my evap isn't ready, and I'm also showing that I don't have any power going to my O2 sensors. So when I go in and I want to look at my live data, so I come into my live data, Okay, finally. Alright, so O2 sensor, bank 1, sensor 1, 0 volts. Sensor 2, 0 volts. Sensor 3, 0 volts. So now I gotta get underneath there with a multimeter and see if I actually don't have voltage getting to the O2 sensors, and if I don't, track that down. Well, now that's taken care of. So I still have some other issues to fix. You know, like I said, there's the PCM isn't reading voltage to the O2 sensors, but I did get underneath there, and sure enough, there is 12 volts to the heaters and 12 volts to the sensors themselves. So obviously something else is broke. And then the other thing, and this is what makes me crazy, is that when it's a stick shift truck, and when you go to shift, the idle doesn't go down until you actually stop the vehicle. So it's almost like something from either the clutch engagement switch or the speedometer sensor, something there is malfunctioning. So it's just going to be more digging around and more research. God, I love these old trucks. Yeah. All right. So anyways, that P0453, P0450, 452, yeah, a lot of times, man, you know, I find it comes down to wiring. So take your time, be methodical about things, start tracing the wires. Now, anybody who's had the pleasure of working on a pickup truck knows that with the side-mounted gas tanks, there is no way to get to the wiring without taking the bed off or taking the tank down. And on that truck, I wasn't doing it, so I kind of got lucky finding those wires where they were broken. But like I said, I've been over 1 million threads on different Ford forums and Ranger forums and the forums on Facebook and whatnot, and I don't see a whole lot of people posting resolutions, and that kind of thing makes me nuts. So hopefully this is going to help a lot of you guys out there, whether or not you have a Ranger. You know, all the principles still apply. You got to have 5 volts to the sensor. You got to have ground to the sensor, and then there's feedback from the sensor back to the PCM. So go through your electrical troubleshooting and, you know, put your hands on stuff and look at it. If you liked it and this helped you, give us a like, give us a subscribe. By all means, tell your friends. If you got a buddy of yours that's got a Ranger with a, you know, check engine light, I'm going to let it shine, that little light of mine. Yeah, you know, that might be a place to start checking out the wiring. If not, I know a lot of times on Jeeps, the wiring harnesses inside underneath the carpet end up getting eroded away and cause problems too. So, you know, if your problem's not there, maybe start with, you know, where it goes up into the cab at that point. Anyways, like I said, if you liked it, give us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Let your friends know about it, and, well, we'll see you when we see you. Peace.